You know, a lot of people imagine that when you sell your home, it's very programmed, it's very rote, it's very predictable, and on the outside sort of seems like it should be the same, but when you really focus in, each one is entirely unique. And so having the people, the resources, the team, frankly, in place to be able to address the nuances of each transaction, the special components of each property, the special goals, timing, and focus of each client requires that you've got everything in place to be able to attend to that. And at Collins Group, that's what we're all about. When seller clients are working with Collins Group, it's a true group and team experience. Of course, there is the real estate specialist that is guiding the whole process, but there is truly a whole team of individuals that are involved in the process from A to Z. And so here's kind of a layout of what that looks like. We have a strategic advisor on our team. His name is Chris Sanders, and he's literally appraised thousands of properties in his career right here in the Low Country. And so you imagine having the benefit of someone as a strategic advisor. Chris is advising our listing clients. He's advising them on that pricing strategy component that's so important to make sure that you position your property right where it needs to be. Not too high so people ignore it, and certainly not too low so you feel like you left money on the table. We have a listings manager, an administrative maverick who has every detail covered from A to Z in a patient and very productive and thorough way. We have a listing coordinator who's really involved in the logistics of the transaction. You know, there's so much that happens the moment that you go on the market until you're under contract. We have a whole marketing department that is engaging not just behind the scenes, but directly with our clients. So as a listing client, you're always aware of what's happening, whether it's, hey, we just posted your blog, or we've run a social media campaign. Here's the latest advertisement we've run for you. Here's the photography and drone and videography set that we put forth for you. Are you happy with that? Every step of the way until we're under contract, you're gonna have that kind of engagement. We're always looking to see if we could possibly deliver the buyer client for each of our listings. And that's all done through our client concierge department. People that are focused on trying to find the most ready, hot, willing, and able buyers to match up with our listings that we brought to the market. The next really pivotal component once we've gone through negotiations is the closing process. And that can get very convoluted because when you really think about it, you started with an agent that then introduced you to a team, and that's great, everything feels comfortable, but then all of a sudden there's the whole other side of the transaction. You've got the buyer, maybe their buyer agent, maybe that's a different company, maybe they've got a real estate assistant, then they're gonna hire their own attorney, then they're gonna do inspections and have an appraisal. All of a sudden you introduce a lot of different people into the transaction, so having a dedicated license, by the way, agent and team member at Collins Group that handles everything from A to Z, from contract to closing, is one of the highest points of accolade and appreciation that we get when we get feedback from our listing clients once they've come through their transaction.